Sagittarius, you've got something new coming in, but before you start that and before you make a very important decision, Spirit actually has a question for you. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So Sag, Spirit wants to know, are you on track? Like, do you know what stage of life you're in? And what stage of life you're entering, and are you where you want to be? You got the Moon card, and in this deck, the Moon card reminds us about cycles. It reminds us about waxing and waning, and things seem dark, and the only constant is change. But the question that comes with the card is, what cycle are you in, or what stage of this cycle, the life cycle, are you in, and are you where you want to be? Because this is a time before you go start that next thing to really ask yourself, what is in alignment with where I want to be right now, 5 years from now? Because it's very easy for us as humans to keep doing what we know, to keep doing what we've always done, but it might be time for a little shift for you. It might be time to start doing something a little differently or to make a different choice. And Spirit's basically like, hey, the best way to make that informed choice is to really look at the stages of life, your own development, and just say, you know what? I'm here and I want to be over here. So I think it's time for me to choose something different. You did get the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like you're facing a career or a job choice or just a financial choice of some kind. But as you look at that choice, this is again time to weigh, where am I and what do I need to be doing to get maybe somewhere a little different, somewhere I'd rather be. This could mean that if you're looking to spend money, you might choose not to. You might say, you know what, I'd rather invest that money and see some returns and focus on saving up for a house or, you know, kids, whatever. But just really weighing where you want to be going with some decisions that are going on right now. Same is true for job. Maybe you're looking at changing jobs and you're like, yeah, I really, you know, I'm fine with what I'm doing. So I'm just going to get like the same job somewhere else. And Spirit's like, okay, but you have an opportunity to maybe shift something a little bit and possibly make more money, or go back to school and set yourself up for a different career that, you know, sets up life differently. Or if you've got Capricorn placement, Sagittarius, you might be like, it's time to slow down a little bit. Maybe get some work-life balance, right? But just weigh what you really want out of this and the next stage of life and factor that into this decision. That's the long and the short of it, okay? And Spirit says you do have a new opportunity coming in. And so if you're like, Gabby, I'm not trying to decide anything right now. Well, you're going to be, because you do have a new option coming in. And when that new option comes in, you're going to have this big question, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? So picture your future self, Sagittarius. Picture the self that you want to be. What would she or he do with that? Stay or go? Because something new is coming in for you and you have the opportunity to make a pretty big life shift that's going to pay off for you. All right. You also may be concerned about competition, rivalry. It's almost like you want to start, I'm just going to say it, like a social media topic, and you're like, oh, but that niche is already so busy. Like you're worried about like the competition in that niche, or you want to open like a studio or a business and you're like, well, there's already a lot of these in my area. So really like think that through, because a lot of times like your differentiator is really going to make the difference. You know what I mean? Like sure, a lot of people are doing it, but they're not you. They're not going to do it the way you do it. So don't worry about the competition so much, you know? So depending on what it is that you're thinking of, the field saturation may not be like the risk you think it is. And also, aren't you a Sagittarius? Like, don't you want to like kind of like jump in and like show your fire and be you? Like you're gonna attract the people you're supposed to attract is kind of what I'm picking up on for this. Okay, you also got the Six of Swords, so I'm just gonna say it. We keep getting travel, movement, honey. It might be time for you to move. It might be time for you to move. So let's go back to this card really quick. So if you're opening a physical store or a physical business of some kind and that market is truly saturated locally, that is different. You may want to move. You may want to move where you think you're putting your business, or you may want to like move yourself to another city or another state. So really think about like, what are your dreams and goals, and are they aligned with where you are physically as well, not just in the life stage? So really think deeply about this, because I think some of you are supposed to move, like a big change. not just traveling. I keep telling y'all to go on a road trip, but maybe that road trip is supposed to like convince you that the place you went to visit is actually where you're supposed to live. I don't know, but some of you need to be moving, okay? Like moving where you are. I'm also getting the Four of Wands crossed, okay? So I got the Four of Wands crossed. It was also crossed with the Moon card. So it's summer for most of us, right? And wherever the hemisphere we're in, like it's summer for most of us. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, but also really examine, like, are your relationships in the right stage as well? Because this did come out with the Moon card. So this is going to be a little bit tricky, so stay with me. If you're a parent, are your kids grown and are you treating them like adults? If you're a grandparent, you know, same question. So, but if you're like a young parent with young kids, or if you're like, you know what, I've been waiting to have kids, but I'm in like my late 30s. There's really something here about really understanding the stage of life you're in and this decision around how you interact with your family. So it could also involve the life stage that your kids are in. So if your kids are like going off to college, like appreciate this summer with them, but let them go be adults, you know? So just really think about your dynamics with your close family members and recognize, is the dynamic maturing with the people? So are you acknowledging the different life stages that y'all are in and allowing the relationship to mature and evolve and grow appropriately with those life stages? Because it's really easy to keep treating people like they're kids, but you know, the older they get, the more they need the freedom to make mistakes and strike out on their own, etc. And maybe you're like, yeah, no, I'm good doing that. Maybe it's time to like just appreciate the next couple months that you have with them before they go off to college. I don't know why going off to college is like really in my head with this one, because for some of you it's not going to be that, you know, situation, but for some of you it is, and it's an easy example. So think about what the corollary is to you. Okay, like how does a similar vibe apply to you? Because I'm telling you, there is definitely something here about a relationship with close family members and or friends intersecting with the life stages card that we got, and just really thinking about cycles of relationships and relationship dynamics and patterns, and just adjusting where you need to adjust is kind of the long and the short of it. All right, Sag, let's pull your affirmation cards. And while I do, my readings are open. And also some of you have asked me about this shadow work workshop. I did schedule it. It's this upcoming Sunday, the 29th. So you know where links are. Go look where links go and follow the link to check out that shadow work workshop. It's a guided exercise. I'm super excited about it. I've done it, I created it, I've tested it, and I'm really excited to roll that out for you guys in a live workshop setting online. So this is for everybody. It's not local. Okay. So let's see what the cards, all right, these are already coming out really strongly for you. Really strongly. You got 10. I am patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with other people. Like as life stage stuff comes up for us, that actually does require a little more patience, a little more grace for yourself and for other people. So 10, channel that patience, give people some grace. 11, I am awakening. I'm telling you, like there's something about this life stage thing that's really supposed to wake you up to like your destiny, honestly, like your own soul journey in this life, and just, you know, some higher level awareness about some decisions you're making and not making. So 11, awakening. All right. And then you also got 8, I'm wealthy. Like you need to make these moves Spirit wants you to make to start getting the wealth that you want in this life. It's yours. It's yours. Just reach out and grab it, honey. Just reach out and grab it. Okay, Sag, I love you. I hope you have an awesome week, and I hope that you claim this energy because Spirit really wants to see you move forward. Okay. Have an awesome week.